Hey, what's going on, my boys? It's your boy, Camera God, back at you guys again today with this Softail Deluxe I got behind me. We got a couple of things we're going to be doing to it. Mainly, this video is going to mainly take place on the front end of the bike, so without further ado, pay no attention to it not having the front fender. I'm also kind of sick, so bear with the way my voice sounds, but as you guys can see, we got a 21 by 3.5 with a 120/70 Shinko tire on it. It is an ABS bike, so as you can see, we got our ABS bearing up in here. Hopefully it's the correct size for my axle, or we're gonna have some problems. Coming along this way, inside here we got a set of solid riser bushings that we're gonna be putting on, just in case, because it feels like it has a little bit of play, like the previous owner didn't put those. Moving along, we got these gems here that I actually picked up for about $10, brothers. $10, believe it or not. Let me see if I can get it in focus for you guys, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here, yeah? Check this out, brothers. They are new cans. As you can see, they have the flat side there that'll go against the fender. So those should look sweet, brothers. $10, let me tell you. Here we have our front fender of the bike. Let me see. I was gonna go ahead and install this little fender skirt, but it was not the correct size. We got our good old raccoon tail, brothers. Had it on my old Road King also, just in case we want to slap it on there. You never know. So what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna start taking apart the front end, seeing as how I've never taken apart one of these, so somehow like the headlight and that whole thing needs to get removed so that we can get to the cans. Oh, almost forgot, brothers. Sitting here is a drop-in progressive front drop kit, and with that we're shooting to do minimum of a 2-inch drop, right? But I'm wanting to do it, you know, pretty low on them, brothers. That's what I'm wanting to do, like maybe like a 3-inch drop. So we'll see what everything sits like. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and start digging into it. Just want to let y'all know what's happening before I get more into it, brothers. Let me see what I get whipped up. All right, guys. So, excuse me. As I suspected, it does have the stock rubber bushings. That's a no-go for 20-inch apes. So, changing them out is pretty easy. Took the bike apart, pulled the bolts out, and these, they're kind of like, it's got a little sleeve through the middle of it, but essentially like they like pull apart. It's like a 2-piece sleeve, so you can see there. And we'll grab the other ones real quick. And on these ones, hopefully you guys could see, it pretty much just gets rid of it completely, and it's a full piece of, it says chrome, so there's that. But I'm gonna go ahead and slap these in, see what we can get cracking. I'll bring you guys back, alright? Damn, boys, they weren't lying when they said these pieces were chrome. They look pretty nice, they fit real nice and slug. So we should be able to just go ahead and bolt the risers back on. I'm going to be using a little bit of blue Loctite. Make sure you just get it real nice and tight. I am going to be kind of moving the bars a little bit, but we're going to do that once the risers are mounted back on the bike, alright? Alright, brothers, so this is the finished product here. I don't know if you can really tell, but I did like move the bars back just a hair. What I also did, as you can kind of see, in between the risers here, you can see where like it used to be. I did indeed have to move it over a little bit, just because I got OCD, and like while riding I noticed that it wasn't like perfectly centered. So it irked me enough to make me want to do this. So here you can see the angle of the bars along with the entire bike. It looks pretty good. I was having a little bit of trouble with like reach while trying a full lock, so I got it moved back now. Oh, and by the way, The solid riser bushings are super duper solid, does not move at all, should feel great when you're riding. Let me see here. Also, by installing the solid risers, it actually dropped the risers into the tree a couple of millimeters at least, so that's pretty cool. Gives you a little bit more slack on your cables, and as well as makes your 20s just a little bit lower, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's gonna be it for right now. Whenever we come back, we're gonna go ahead and take the wheel off and go ahead and start pulling the forks, installing the drop kit as well as the tins. And I'm not 100% sure what I want to do on these lowers yet. I may just paint them black, but if I do that, then I won't be able to swap them for chrome later if I wanted to. But I like that theme with like the black swing arm also, so I mean, I think I might just do black there. I don't know yet, but that's gonna be it for right now. I'll bring you guys back right now. Alright boys, so I know I said that we were going to start on the suspension and all that good stuff, but I've made up my mind and I've decided that I'm going to strip down the forks, you know, kind of like finish them off and paint them myself. We're going to be doing black. So instead, we're going to be finishing this video off with a couple of little, I guess you could say like personalizations or upgrades maybe, you know, whatever you want to say. But here's the first one. So as you can see here, we've got a nice little rosary that I hope you could see. But either way, I am using a rope rosary because I've tried to use like the little chain ones and they usually break in the wind. But we're going to be wrapping this around our Harley Davidson mirror here. And so that's pretty self-explanatory, you know. You kind of just wrap it around here as much as it'll hold. It probably won't hold too much. And we got a little something for the other side too. So let me show you that real quick. So for this, what we're going to be doing is we got this fake raccoon tail, which I also had one on my Road King, but I never really showed like an install or anything like that. I got this off Amazon. Works pretty good. The other one was real strong and everything like that. So it just has 2 strings pretty much. So you'll just kind of tie it in a knot and then it'll just hang there. And that's all it really does. So let me go ahead and slap this stuff on, boys. And then I'll bring you back to show you what it looked like. Alright guys, so here you have it. The rosary is literally just like wrapped around the mirror a little bit. I'm still putting on the coon tail. So as you can see, it's just got these 2 little straps here. And essentially you just tie a knot, you know. And then I'm going to cut these off. That way it'll look clean just hanging there by itself. I did have to like ruffle the feathers a little bit or whatever you would like to say, but that's how that looks. Flows in the wind and stuff like that. This will also flow in the wind. I do plan on getting different mirrors, so this will potentially look different. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty sweet though. And that'll also flow in the wind. It's just, I don't know, nice little touches, I think. Add a little bit of, you know, a little bit of pizzazz. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off, and this will pretty much be the end of the video at this point. This is what it looks like from the back view. Yeah, like I said, I want to get different mirrors because now that I'm looking at it, like the rosary is like too close to the middle, and I'd like it to be like more out, kind of like where the coon tail is at. So yeah, we'll probably get new mirrors eventually, some that'll like come out over here or something like that, and it'll look super gangster and you guys are gonna love it. So make sure to stay tuned, boys. That's gonna be it for this video. I wanted to do more, you know, like I said, I was gonna do the suspension. I also have a rear drop kit that we got to do on it, but before all of that, I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble the front so that we can paint the front lower forks black. And then after we do that, then of course, you know, we're gonna change out the cans and the suspension and all that good stuff, you know. We'll get her sitting right, and then once we get it sitting right, then we'll have to get the rear sitting right. So stay tuned, boys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Deuces.